How's it going, guys? It's Chaff91 here with another rebuilding video, and today we're doing Expansion League. So we're going to choose a random one. I didn't even see what it was. So we're choosing a random one here, and basically, okay, so we get the sound. I don't know what the full name is. So let's turn off the recently assigned restrictions. Let's also turn on to Hall of Fame mode. You guys know what's up. So we're taking that team. The sound, I still can't see the real name of them, so we'll see in a second. But basically, as you guys may or may not know, Expansion League, basically all the teams, they get to protect up to 8 players, and everyone else has to then get sent to the expansion draft. So I can take whoever I want here. So really, basically, because I'm trying to win this in year number 1, I'm taking pretty much all the best players. I might need to take some younger players to get at least some depth off my bench to try and get some sort of value, but really, at the end of the day, we need players who are going to provide me good picks or provide me good sort of trade bait, basically, because otherwise we're going to have no problem, we're going to have too many troubles and we're not going to make it. So I'm drafting in some younger players here, basically ones that have likely more value. I don't actually know if they do or don't, but just based on what I think they would or wouldn't. So I'm getting in anyone that I can, who still also is a decent overall as well, because I don't want to bring in someone who's really high value but not really that good overall. So we're picking up some few pieces here. I don't even know if anyone that I'm picking up right now is going to even stay. Most likely, everyone that we pick up right here are going to be gone off the team before we start the season, because we're going to make a lot of trades once we're out of this draft. So I don't even care if we're picking up the right positions at this stage, because it really honestly doesn't matter. So let's just pick up. We got our last pick here, 13th pick. There's not really any good young players at the moment. I mean, what? Alan Williams, pretty decent. So that's our squad. That's what we get. And we're the St. Louis Sound. Alright, so we finally know. So let's jump out here. Let's start the season. And let's load in that draft class. Get that Embrace the Pace draft class in. Basically, we want to have it there for hopefully when we win here, because I don't want to do this and turn out we lose. So hopefully we can absolutely turn this team around. So let's jump in. We're going to be making a lot of trades. Can we bring Jared Solinger? 4 years. Will you take a bit of a pay cut for me? 8.5? He accepts. Alright, perfect. So we get him onto the team. Can we bring Yi Yalen? We can. Alright, so he comes in minimum team option. We're going to make a lot of trades here, guys. So settle in, get ready to see some trades, and I'll come back to you when I've figured out my first trade. Alright, guys, so we've got the first trade here. There's a couple of different options that we could get. We could get Cephalosha or Calderon. I think we're going to get probably Cephalosha since he's higher overall. So we're going to trade Patty Mills, Ursul Nilyasova for Dwight Howard and Cephalosha. So that's our first trade, getting a nicer piece into this team. So we'll keep going. Alright, next up, we're trying to trade Moutier and Amir Johnson. Basically, there's a few different trades here, but the one we're going to take is Chris Middleton and Spencer Hawes, getting a nice shooting guard. And you can move into small forward and he goes up. So that's a nice piece onto the team. Next up, we've got a couple of different trades again, but this is probably the one that we're going to go with. So Skal Labissiere and Spencer Hawes. I mean, we could get Dennis Schroeder in. I mean, pretty nice piece. Kemba Walker was also a pretty good trade. I mean, I really don't know what I want to do, but I think Avery Bradley and Jay Crowder is probably the best move for us, since their contracts are so low as well. So in the long term, I don't really want to give up both first round picks though, because there's a lot to give up. Olynyk, no, we don't really want Olynyk in, so could I give up a future first instead? And they don't like that. They want 2 firsts for Boston. Oh, they were giving the Nets, but I don't want that. So could I give you a second? Mr. Zealy for Rozier? No, he's better overall. Another second? Not interested. Great. So I think we might just take the original trade. Alright, so we just take the original trade, see how we go from here. Alright, so next up, we've got different trades, but we're going to do this. Yi Yalen, Kyle Korver for Gary Harris and Will Barton. Can we give up just a couple of seconds more rather than giving up that? Seveloja for Mike Miller and a second. Can I get rid of that and give you just a second? You still want Seveloja? Alright, you can have him. That's fine. We get that deal done. Next up, we're trading Will Barton and Alan Williams for Steven Adams and Doug McDermott. Again, getting a decent interim solution there at center. Next up, we're trading Dwight Howard and Nene for Mike Conley and Vince Carter. Getting a very nice piece in. Can I do it without them? Jermichael for Nene? It's not horrible. But could I give you a second instead? No, they still want the same. They want Zubac for Brandon Wright? Yeah, that's fine. So, Dwight Howard, Nene, Zubac for Conley, Green, and Wright. We get that done, and we're going to keep making some more trades here, guys. Next up, we're trading Mike Conley and Gary Harris. We're bringing in Dennis Schroeder and Paul Millsap. Getting a bit of an upgrade at the point guard position, basically. Overall wise, we've done just a touch better there with Millsap going small forward. Alright, so we're just going to trade here with the Charlotte Hornets. Let's check out that transaction report. So we just picked up Kemba Walker and Brian Roberts for Chris Middleton, first, second, and Doug McDermott. I mean, really, Kemba Walker, 86, goes up. So, we're doing some staff signing. I totally forgot to bring in new staff, guys. So, CFO and assistant GM Simo Kaber. Let's bring in Kevin McHale to be our coach of the future. We'll give you 4 mil just to keep you happy. Assistant coach, yeah, let's get rid of you and get a much better in one. Elijah Nelson, you're definitely coming in. Head scout, yeah, absolutely need a way better one. Let's get, whoever. Carter, you come in. And a trainer, yeah, we can get a bit of a better trainer here. So let's bring in Donald Jones. Oh no, this guy's got a B+ and A+. So let's bring him in. Bump up his contract so he's a bit more interested, and he accepts. Alright, perfect. So we get him in. We've got a couple of extensions there, but nothing crazy. We can't sign anyone, so probably keep on making some moves, but let's check out the team for now. So Kemba Walker is beginning, Avery Bradley, Paul Millsap, Sellinger, Steven Adams, Schroeder, and then off the bench we got Schroeder, Allen, Crowder, Pachulia, and Ezeli. No, let's run a 10-man. Thanks, please. Perfect. And then let's give those minutes to Wright. So then in our reserves, we've got Ezeli and all that. So that's a pretty good team for now, but let's go to the All-Star break. Hopefully these guys progress a bit and we can make some more trades when we get there. And Pachulia is out. Great. So, at the break, we are 40-17. This is absolutely crazy. I didn't think we were going to be that good. So, we are third in the conference. So, we are only 2.5 games behind the Warriors, guys. Absolutely crazy. Like, Warriors, what? You have 390 overalls. Trailblazers also above us. They have 2 decent pieces. But, like, we're so close. And Cavs, same sort of deal. 2 games behind. Like, for an expansion league team to come into the season and be third in the conference is just out of this world. So player stats on the year, Kemba Walker is leading with 18-5, Avery Bradley with 15-5, Millsap with 15 and 7 rebounds, Schroeder with 14 and 5 assists, Adams with 11 and 7 rebounds, Crowder with 11 and 4 rebounds, and then really falls away. So let's just check our rotation. So we got Kemba starting, Avery Bradley, Paul Millsap, Pachulia, and Adams. And then off the bench, we've got Schroeder, Allen, Crowder, Sellinger, Ezeli, but we'd swap him for Brandon Wright. So let's get him in. And then it really falls away from there. So I think we need to make some trades. I mean, this team isn't a championship team. So we need to keep making some more moves to see if we can pick anyone up. No one great in there. Tony Allen will come back, so I'll bring him for a minimum. That's fine. So we'll make some trades and I'll come back to you. Alright, first up we're trading Fessa Ezeli and Mike Miller. We're bringing in Zach Randolph and a scrub, basically trying to just get that upgrade for the immediate term, even though he's a free agent. Next up we're trading Dennis Schroeder and the scrub for Rudy Gobert and Jeff Whitty. Now, I know it's a dump at the point guard, but it's an absolute upgrade at that center. Too big to not take. Next up, we're trading Jared Solinger and Jeff Whitty for Darren Collison and Andrew Nicholson, bringing back another point guard, basically. Next up, we're trading Avery Bradley, Josh Richardson, and Andrew Nicholson. And we're bringing TJ Warren and Eric Bledsoe onto this team. So getting some okay pieces into this team to continue progressing the team overall wise. I mean, Kemba can go to a shooting guard, so that's going to fill the Avery Bradley spot. Next up, we're trading TJ Warren and Brian Roberts, and we're bringing Clint Capella and Troy Daniels onto this team. Clint can be a nice center or backup power forward. So, let's check out this rotation. So we have Eric Bledsoe, Kemba Walker, Paul Millsap, Steven Adams, Rudy Gobert. And off the bench we've got Zach Randolph, Jay Crowder, Tony Allen, Darren Collison, and Clint Capella. And then our reserves are really nice there. So, I don't know if there's a championship team, so we're going to simulate to the end of the season, see how we go, see where we sit when we get there. So at the end of the season, guys, MVP goes to LeBron James, 24, 10, 8, and 2. Ben Simmons is your Rookie of the Year with 12, 8, and 5. Sixth man goes to Zach Randolph, 14, 9, and 2 on the year. LeBron James is also your Defensive Player. Nikola Jokic, Most Improved, 18, 11, double-double with 5. And Coach of the Year goes to Tyronn Lue, 60, and 22. So, do we make any All-NBA teams? I mean, it'd be very nice to see. And no, unfortunately we don't. So, we end up second in the conference, guys. Whoops, wrong side. We end up second in the West, guys. Taking on the Thunder here in the first round. But let's check out how we sit. So, we're only 2 games behind the Warriors. With Steph, I believe, yeah, he's out. So, he's out at the moment. That's fine. So, only 2 games behind though. Like, Expansion League, we only just joined the league this year. And we're only 2 games behind the 2 best teams in the NBA. So, play stats on the year. Kemba Walker, 19 and 6. Eric Bledsoe, 17, 4 and 6. Paul Millsap, 14, 7 rebounds, 4 assists. Zach Randolph's out to 6 to 8. Oh, he is not playing the finals. So, we're going to have to figure something out there. He had 14 and 9 rebounds. Jay Crowder with 11 and 4. Kevin Martin with 11. Steven Adams with 11 7. Rudy Gobert, 10 and 12. Allen is also out day to day, but he'll be playing. He'll still be fine. So, let's just check out our rotation. So, we have Eric Bledsoe, Kemba Walker, Paul Millsap, Steven Adams, and Rudy Gobert. And then off the bench, we've got Jay Crowder, Clint Capella, Collison, Pachulia, and Wright. Alright, so we don't actually need to make any changes because we both got power forward and small forward coming off the bench. So, we're taking on the Oklahoma Thunder here in the first round. They have Westbrook, Kanter, Oladipo, and they've got not a whole lot else. Williams is out, and they've got a couple out. So, we shouldn't have any issues. Let's simulate the current round, see how we go. We take the first, second, third. They take the fourth, and we win in 5. We're taking on the Houston Rockets. They're usually pretty... Ooh. Crowder out for 1 to 2. So, Rockets are usually pretty good. Zach Randolph is still out. He probably won't play the finals. But at least Crowder is still playing. So, it doesn't affect our lineup in regards to having who's coming on. So, let's just check out this Rocket squad. Because they're usually typically pretty good this year. So... They got Harden, they got Williams, they got Eric Gordon, and not a whole lot else. So, hopefully we can take it on them. So, we sweep them. And the Golden State lose in the first round to Clippers at 8th seed. Wow. So, we aren't even taking them on. That is crazy. Zebo is out 2 to 4 weeks. Hopefully he comes back, but we're taking on the Trailblazers, who have Lillard and McCollum, and not a whole lot else. So, I don't think we'll lose this, but let's simulate this game by game. We win the first, we take the second, they take the third, we take the fourth, and we take them in 5. And we're taking on the Trailblazers in the last... Paul Millsap is out day to day, so he probably is still playing. Zach Randolph, unfortunately, is not going to be back for the finals at all. So, Trailblazers, Trailblazers, what am I talking about? Raptors. You have DeRozan, you have Lowry, the 1-2 punch, but... You have Serge and Valanciunas at the back, but not really a whole lot else. So, we're going to have to take this game by game, but we've got Bledsoe, Walker, Millsap, Adams, Gobert, off the bench, Crowder, Allen, Capella, Collison, and Pachulia. So, absolute crazy squad for us. So, let's simulate this game by game. They take the first, we take the second, we take the third, they take the fourth, yes, we take the fifth, oh, they take the sixth. Alright, we're going to 7. Who do we have? Do we have everyone back? We have Zebo back. Alright, so he is going to get a game in these finals. So, nice to see you back in the squad. But we don't have any injuries here, so we have our normal squad. And they don't seem to have any injuries either. So, can we take them off in this 7th game? Come on, guys. Let's simulate with Simcast and see how we go. So, close game. They take the first. We take the second. Draw in the third. And we have absolutely killed them here in the 7th game, and your St. Louis Sound are the winners in year number 1. Millsap is your finals MVP with 13, 7, and 5. Let's check out everyone's final stats. But I can't believe we just took an expansion league and won in year 1. So Millsap with 13, 7, and 5. Walker with 13 and 6. Jay Crowder with 12 and 4 rebounds. Bledsoe with 12 and 6 assists. Steven Adams with 11 and 5 rebounds. Gobert with a double-double of 10 and 12. Collison with 8, and then really falls away from there. So we win it here year number 1, guys, with the expansion league, St. Louis Sound. We're definitely coming back for a second year. I'm sure we've got contracts that we're going to try sign back, but hopefully we can win a second season in a row and continue on this streak. So I'll see you next time, and have a great day, guys.